Hi, today I'm going to do a little video on my new build you see right there. It's actually an Intel build. I do a lot of builds at my shop here, but a lot of them are AMD builds, and it's quite frankly due to the price per performance ratio. A lot of people, especially in today's economy, can't justify the $150 to $200 price difference at times between an AMD and Intel build, but Intel processors are very good, and I've tried to put together a very cost-effective Core i3 computer. This is the dual-core i3 550. That's at 3.2 gigahertz, and of course that's in the 1156 socket. It's a dual-core processor, and it has hyper-threading, so you'll see actually two virtual cores. But here is the build itself. I have it in an Asus Micro ATX case with handle. This case has been very popular just for the fact that you can do so much with it. I have two LG DVD burners, a multi-card reader installed. The badging is on the case already. The motherboard is an Asus P7H55M Pro board. Again, it's not the most affordable motherboard, but it is my first Intel build that I've tried to balance with price and performance. So, you know, I opted for the good motherboard. Again, it has 4 gigs of DDR3 running at 1600 megahertz. The motherboard does allow you to overclock to 2100, you know, giving if you have good RAM. This will take the Core i7 in the 1156 socket. So it's a very good motherboard, very impressed with it. No SATA 3, no USB 3.0 though. However, you can always add that with the PCI Express. This is a 500 gigabyte hard drive from Samsung. I have a 120 millimeter fan in front. There is a 90 millimeter fan in the back, and I have a Zalman 450 watt power supply. And again, the goal was to build a very balanced, fairly powerful system. A customer came in and was very interested in the computer, especially since it was very affordable, and he brought in this. This is a EVGA 9600 GT superclocked video card, meaning it's factory overclocked. This, believe it or not, is brand new, even though it's about 2 years old. And they don't make it like this anymore, folks. This is not flimsy plastic. This is actually steel. It is metal. So the shroud is metal, which helps in heat dissipation quite a bit. It has a blower style cooler here. You can't see very well here, but that white little wadding you see right there is actually thermoconductive styrofoam type wadding that comes into direct contact with the memory. So the memory is actually cooled. It comes into direct contact with the heat sink, and it's overclocked at 675 GPU, and I can't recall the memory speed, but it is a very good graphics card because I've already tested it and it runs almost everything at max settings. So very impressed. Actually, does not take much power. It cools very well, and put into this system, I found that it actually balances the system very well. It will run everything at high settings or max settings on a 1080i monitor, and I'll show that, you know, in a little bit. But I did want to talk a little bit about the card that was going into this system. And again, it is not my card, but you know, it'll give you an idea of what you actually really need to run games, because I will demo certain games with this card and my build setup here. So see you in the second video, and I think a lot of you may be surprised at what you can do with a really balanced system.